Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Blue 58! Go, go, go! Slam, slam! Blue 58!
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next to receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
30 base. 3 buck. Shift, shift. 2.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Rock it. Watch out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Watch twits.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 43.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Rodgers operating from the gun. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Rip left. Get 300. Mike 51. I'm trying to...
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Sponge. No.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
To throw is Rodgers from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Nice 7. Check 3. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Patriots are out to an early lead there over the Jets. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Mike Purcell busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. He's going to field this at the 4. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
First down, Denver.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Switch.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
On the ready. 51. I'm coming. Sit.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. Shit. Kill.
Hey, lock it.
Kill.
Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go,
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Purcell picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, Mike 20. Watch twist.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Third down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Don't let him breathe, defense. Shift. Put it 50.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Next to score, Broncos 10, Packers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 25-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check 50.
After the penalty is Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Mike Purcell with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right here.
To throw is Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
No. Green 18.
I want that. Give me that ball,
Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
51, Mike 51.
Block now on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Broncos 1st down.
Let's go.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Mike 51.
Clock now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Here, one.
Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Here we go. 50 wants the mic, boy. 51.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here for Davis. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Come on.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Keep playing hard.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, 88.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Green 18.
Exit.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams. That'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
47 to Mike, boys, 47.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams as the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas, the Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 31, Locke, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Leo! Hey, Sam off! Deuce! Get it ready!
Throwing his lock on third down. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Hamilton, the fourth-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie.
Alert three. Six guys. Check six guys.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
First down, Denver.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch.
Get it.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the set.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Get in the right room.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And it's third down.
We go. 8-3.
Hey, let's go.
Five.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. He completes it to Bryant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
This is Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 33-yard line.
No. 58. All day, baby, all day.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
158.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Back north.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 23-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down.
Running right, Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. Now they try the right side here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Extra point try now for Crosby. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And the Broncos first down.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Now it's Lindsey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. From the 45 on second down, Locke, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
And 2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
We own it. Mike 51, Mike 51.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Lock now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready. 15, line. 15, line. Hey, Delta.
You can't block me. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. They can't hang with me.
Rock it. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set, ready.
Locke now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Lindsey on the toss left. He's got the first down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing now is Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Mike 51. Mike.
2nd down and goal. Locke. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone.